Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is back again. And we're watching new Nostalgia Critic. I know I'm super late on this one, but, technical difficulties plus personal issues, the usual. But, yeah, this is actually a big day for him. He's doing his first Steven Seagal movie. Yeah, I don't know. This will be my first Steven Seagal movie, too. I've technically watched one, but I didn't know what the hell it was. And it was the end, and I was very uninterested. Steven Seagal's fight moves are kind of weird. And but hey, maybe there'll be something funny out of these things. And at least now Nostalgia Critic is actually going over them. So, at least it'll be funny. So, not much to say. Got no expertise in this area. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe if you think I deserve it. Now let's do this thing, y'all.
Oh my God.
Hey everyone, what activity are we doing that'll tie into today's review?
We're playing the Expendable Expendables.
Oh, like the Stallone movies with the action stars?
No, like the action stars that the Stallone movies were too embarrassed to put in.
I choose Chris Klein.
Chris Klein.
Well, I choose Dennis Rodman.
Well, I'm bringing the pain of Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez!
What?
Oh, this looks like fun. You deal me in?
Sure, grab a few cards.
Alrighty. Oh, got y'all now. I summon late 90s Ben Affleck!
I have early 2000s Ben Affleck!
Oh, that's nothing. I've got Joss Whedon Ben Affleck.
But those
Friends,
don't
this is all or
count.
not. For this game is over.
Steven Seagal?
Oh, man, you win.
Yeah, there's no way we're beating that.
Yeah, there's so many duds he's been in, like...
Like?
Don't you know them?
Have you seriously never reviewed a Steven Seagal movie?
Well,
Don't think I have.
How long you been doing this job, man?
He's the most famously bad action star there is.
Hey, I saw Under Siege and Executive Decision, but only
I
because
think
he
I saw
died in
some
the
of
first
that.
10 minutes.
Of course, everybody's watched that scene on repeat.
Okay, but you've never seen any other Seagal movie, though.
I guess not. What's a good one to check out?
oh, pray, Dolce, pray.
It is time.
Y'all need
He
to
should have been
play.
playing the Lion King song.
Look who's talking.
You might have a point, though. This is kind of weird.
Maybe. Should we just have a threesome right now?
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Steven Seagal has become one of action's biggest punchlines, if not the biggest punchline. Older action stars like Schwarzenegger and Stallone have certainly made duds, but have a good sense of humor about it. People love laughing at Seagal because he seems incapable of laughing at himself. And the film claimed to be the crowning achievement of taking himself so seriously it becomes hilarious is On Deadly Ground. Released in 1994, I would have assumed his most embarrassing work would be sometime after he became Jim Belushi microwaving into Elvis. But everyone says this is his passion project and directorial debut, encompassing everything that's hilarious about him without ever attempting to be humorous. It's entered the halls of laugh out loud infamy, and I'm finally gonna see what's so damn funny about it. So let's take a look at...
Hey, Critic, do you have any edible lubricant?
No, and for
What?
God's sakes, keep your panties on!
Oh, these aren't mine.
Oh, yeah, they're totally Malcolm's.
Let's take a look at On Deadly Ground. The film opens with...
Ah!
I can already tell this is gonna be too subtle for me.
Yeah, probably.
And then cuts to a fire on an oil rig, where we see Seagal coming in to save the what is that jacket. Oh my god, he looks like what Doc dressed Marty in to go back in time. Is this what you wear the whole film? Huh, looks like it. Oh, I am all on board for this garbage. Good to know the guy is gonna save everybody smokes a cigarette in an open oil fire.
Hey, you, what's cooking? God damn it, Forrest, this is a disaster here.
I I already in love with this movie. Just the way they said those first two lines.
Hi, John
Michael
Bolton.
Caine plays Jennings, the owner of the oil company that's literally on fire.
What?
And I know it's going to be hard to believe, but he might actually be funnier than Seagal in this. First off, my God, what accent is that?
I'll expect your full report on my desk by morning. My oil is flowing all over the ocean instead of into my refinery where it's worth money. It's a small oil spill. Accidents happen.
At first I thought it
What?
was his usual British accent, but it's so bad, I literally can't even guess what it's supposed to be.
It was human error all the way.
I suggest you take care of the Hugh Palmer problem first, Mr. Magruder.
What's the position on Aegis 1?
Maybe that's his idea of what a New England accent is supposed to sound like?
Every year, hundreds of thousands of porcupine caribou make their way down from the Ogilvy Mountains. They
Porcupine
come
caribou?
to feed off the tundra grasses.
I can't take it. I have to look it up. I literally have no idea what it's supposed to be.
What?
Give this movie. Literally have no idea what it's supposed to be.
A Texan?
Give this movie everything. Everything. All the awards, all the world's money. We need more of this in our lives. Second, I don't know if it's the makeup or the lighting, but he looks like a Mission Impossible mask. It doesn't help either that his hair goes back and forth from being as black as the oil he owns, and then a weird inconsistency of red and brown that I think I've only seen on Norman Osborn in Spider-Man comics. Surely you can be sillier than Caine in some way.
Now we need Michael, now we need him to be Norman Osborn. Yeah, it just has to happen. Willem Dafoe can still play Green Goblin, but he needs to be Norman Osborn.
What's your character's name?
I'm telling you, Forrest. Those goddamn
Forrest?
preventers caused this.
That's some good silly. That's some good silly.
The son of a bitch made me use them anyway.
A raccoon's trying to get on our back porch. Mom just chased him off with a broom.
Why don't you fall back, you, before you say something stupid?
What everybody told Seagal before he agreed to direct.
I'm just like Jesus, but cooler. I walk on fire.
He's so badass he doesn't even need to walk away from the explosion. He lets the explosion walk around him. Because Steven Seagal doesn't catch fire. Fire catches Steven Seagal. His co-worker Hugh thinks Jennings is purposefully setting his rigs on fire. But Forrest Taft, yes, it's a name that just gets funnier the more you reveal. I think his middle name is the Thundercats logo. Doesn't see why he would do that.
Now, why the hell would I do that to myself on purpose?
I don't know. I kind of asked him the same thing.
I guess you did.
He looks like Mrs. Doubtfire's face on a mannequin head. How am I taking his role crying over a green sock more seriously?
You want some money? Take this, you animal.
Forrest relaxes in a local bar where he notices a Native American man being picked on by some bullies.
Redskin piece of shit.
Another one of those bars
that
that seems
typical?
to have no owner. Oh hey Jim, I haven't seen you since Dumb and Dumber. Don't you think you should change out that ridiculous costume though?
Want to play with me?
Oh, you want a piece of this? I ain't afraid. I'll fucking kill him.
I'm gonna imagine you're Will Sasso. Uh-oh, he's got a cowboy rope, everybody, and he clearly doesn't know how to use it. What, do you got lasso someone with a gun next? What kind of moves are these? Whatever moves they are, they call for slow-mo, clearly not originally shot in slow-mo.
You see what I mean? His fight scenes were always really freaking stupid.
And you can see why now these moves are worse showing in slow-mo.
Are you a man?
Come on, man. I got a big pair of balls right between my legs.
Let's settle this like men, with a hand-slapping game.
Is that the guy from Goodfellas? Totally untraceable.
You think I'm joking?
Don't hurt him, Forrest.
I'm sorry, when did this become a Hot Shots movie? Next we'll do rock, paper, scissors, then patty cake. Wait, how do you lose patty cake? Like this. But at his heart, he's a therapist.
What does it take to change the essence of a man?
I need time to change.
Now you might be thinking, surely I edited that down. He must have said more than that to break through.
No.
Nope. All he says is, what does it take to change the essence of a man? And the guy's like, well, I've been bad.
I need time to change.
It may be a few games of tiddlywinks. These recess activities really speak to my soul. And as if this scene couldn't get any more hilarious, look at how they end it.
Thanking my brother
about to go on a sacred journey. This journey will be good for all people. You must be careful. Right.
Was that really given to us as poorly as that was given to us?
He sounded like Tommy Chong. Hey, people. Hey, you want to get back there and you want to smoke some weed? Jeez, like, that's all you had to do. God.
I think that was supposed to be like cryptic foreshadowing, but between the nonchalant way it's shot, the music drowning out what he's saying, and Seagal's complete lack of giving a shit, it comes across like he says this to everyone. Hey you know where the bathroom is? Down the hall, to the left. You're about to go on a sacred journey. This journey will be good for all people, but you must be careful. Wow, I didn't know my turds were so important. How do you make yourself feel better about being a director? Direct a good director to direct bad.
We start with an out-of-focus world. We pull back, and then the whole pristine forest.
All I know is whenever I have snow in something, it always, most of the time, works.
The Earth is our
Forgot about Dreamcatcher.
Who cares? We do.
He looks like a de-aging effect that somehow made him older.
Fuck, these animals stink. Bring me a washcloth.
We'll do it live! Oh, wait, I forgot me Texas accent. We'll do it live!
Why is it so hard for you to understand? Get out! Get out! Aegis 1 is gonna be the biggest rig and refinery.
You're really gonna finish this serious scene like that?
And we lose oil rights. Worth billions of dollars a week.
Okay, not like I was taking any of this seriously anyway. If you want to look like you gave a messy blowjob to Stay Puft, that's up to you. His friend Hugh, who just looks like a guy who's gonna be in this movie for a while, doesn't he?
John Bolton!
Chris Jennings is setting the fires for financial gain and puts the proof on a disc. Because in the 90s, every MacGuffin was a disc.
Yeah.
Jennings found out he
God,
found
this
out
is the
and
90s.
sent his top thugs to take care of it. Oh, good, the guy who played Dr. Cox. This will finally add some subtlety.
This looks like the early 80s.
Ride to Mr. Jennings' press conference.
We like to talk to you over a few bullets.
Where are the books?
Fuck you! No, fuck you!
Gotcha there.
I honestly don't want to have to ask you 10 times. Have you listened to yourself lately? Have you?
Okay, I know you're supposed to be intimidating, but why are you acting like he just broke up with you?
Everything with you is I. There is no I in team. It is T-E-A-M. Team.
There is an M-E, though, and that's what our relationship should be about. Me! Our hero also starts to put together the obvious bad guys are obvious bad guys, and he gets appropriately blown up at an oil rig.
I'm so confused with the dumbness.
Arctic Iron Man? Yeah, he looks better after he got blown up.
What?
Oh, good. With his amazing understanding of Native Americans, I hope he does a crossover with Kathy Bates from North.
Oh, God. The hell is on his chest?
Welcome to Chucky Crow's. I hear someone has a star birthday today. I only make fun because I know a better movie would represent this as, well, a better movie.
My name is Forrest.
Forrest Gump.
Joan Chen plays Masu, the chief's daughter, as she translates what they're saying.
I'm sorry, isn't she Chinese, though? Why is she Native American? She don't even look Native American? What the Ooh, boy. Wow, that's a lot of silly. Ah, see?
Back to health, and he pays him back the best way he knows how. By stealing their shit.
If you're healthy enough to steal, you're healthy enough to make your journey.
I'm in trouble, people are after me, and if they come here, you guys are in a lot of danger.
Ah, the traditional Seagal approach of making the bad thing he's doing look like a good thing. But unlike everywhere else, it seems to work here.
There was a time there were no people on the earth. A man burst forth from the sacred place.
I'll give the film this. Alaska does look pretty. I've seen a lot of ego projects that don't even attempt to give their film a visual style, so I will give it a point for that. But then that pesky story comes back as the chief tells Forrest about a sacred man who is a spirit warrior who learns the way of nature and brings balance. Can you guess who that's gonna be?
You will fight your most difficult battle. Then you will find your way back.
He goes on a spiritual journey that clearly he thinks is artsy enough to show nudity.
Who's nude?
Well, good thing I like gilfs. Grandmas I like to
Ew.
Thank you, boob lady!
The henchmen from before show up, and by God, does he
remember
get
that.
any info from anyone when he acts like such a jilted teenager?
Have you seen this man? God damn it.
Does he have a clothespin on his balls? Why is he always so angry? Forrest comes back to discover what happened to the man who saved him.
He says, you're the spirit warrior.
Masood decides to join Forrest on his quest as they make their way to his home, but the bad guys spot them. That was a lucky shot.
Nice.
Ah, my balls! My big balls between my legs! He of course takes them all out, which means Jennings starts outsourcing to a mercenary played by R. Lee Ermey.
Mr. Jennings, I'm Stone.
Only two people come out of Texas, steers and people with bizarre British accents.
How do you want him delivered?
On deadly ground. Forrest gets ready to take out Jennings, but, you know, he really doesn't want to.
I don't want to resort to violence. I don't have a choice.
You don't want to resort to violence? You literally played the hand slap game where the prize is punching someone.
You ride good?
Of course, I'm a Native American.
No, you're not.
You're not, but more than Seagal will ever be wearing that Arizona Walmart collection. Yeah, I love her as much as he complains we don't understand Native Americans. He doesn't even cast them in the main roles.
Right?
They make their way to a hideout where he has all sorts of hidden weapons that, like he said, he hoped he would never have to resort to.
Just in case?
In case they declare war on some small country.
Yeah.
This would be like Mr. Miyagi saying he hates fighting, but he has a nuclear warhead under his workbench. Kind of mixed messages. The mercenaries do attack, but thankfully Forrest home alone's the entire forest. On that note, don't you wish Home Alone had just as good editing?
Heads up! He's only a kid, Harry.
What? Jeez.
That looks so real. Quick, get me a paintbrush. We'll paint our way across. Right after I paint a tunnel on a cave. That's the direction a lot of this is going.
Yeah.
Confirmed. He blew a hole in the hole. They make their way to the latest rig Jennings is about to sabotage and try to stop the henchmen inside.
Oh!
I had to kill you.
Nice
Sure, I
shot.
could have knocked you out, but last resort. A big thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring this last resort.
I'll be back. Gotta take a piss.
It was cooler when I smoked around explosives like an idiot.
Who are you calling?
Just gonna reach out and touch somebody.
That ain't great.
What?
Oh, in case anyone missed the...
I'm sorry?
Reach out and touch somebody.
That ain't great.
Seagal was accused of sexual misconduct by... Here, go on, Dolce. By a number of women, including Jenny McCarthy, who he said harassed her at an audition in 1995, and Portia de Rossi, who said he unzipped his pants during an audition with her. He denied allegations and is never charged with any crimes. Wow. What happens now? Come on, everybody's getting sued for rape, so what's going on?
Oh, and in case anyone missed, Seagal also directed this movie.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. We are not dealing with the student here. We're dealing with the professor. This guy's a professional. If he reaches this rig, we're all going to be in a big goddamn hole right in the middle of Alaska.
Oh, sorry, my hard-on hit one of the barrels here. He raiders for the Lost Arks Dr. Cox and continues to take out the head, including Billy Bob Thornton.
What?
Quiet, sweetheart.
I'll regret everything in between Bad Santa and Fargo!
But you should be regretting things now.
But how is he gonna take out R. Lee Ermey in both the coolest and lamest way possible?
Oh.
Well, I've never been so manly emasculated!
Good night, sir!
Thank you!
My God, slow-mo shots that were originally shot in slow-mo? Did someone actually plan something in this?
Too much, young man with a coat of honor. You won't shoot me in the back.
I guess he does know how to use a lasso. That scene before, that was just a tease. Now, it's full-on Twinkie the Kid time. Get ready for the one good line in the movie.
Shoot me, God!
I wouldn't dirty my bullets.
It's a little second grade, but I kind of love it. But he won't kill him. He's not that kind. Alright, I guess he is. Last resort!
This is for my father.
Come on, this way. Okay, maybe this way. Get out of the rig before it blows. So the way to stop rigs from blowing up is to blow them up, I guess. As Forrest makes a big speech at the Alaskan State Capitol.
Very good method.
I've been asked by Mr. Etok and the Tribal Council to speak. Thank you to all the brothers and sisters that have come here today representing this cause.
Yes, I chose this jacket knowing full well you would all be here.
Big business is primarily responsible for destroying the water we drink, the air we breathe, and the food we eat.
Well, this is
Big
like
speech about how oil is bad that feels more like a G.I.
Metal
Joe
Gear
PSA
Solid.
than the end of a cinematic narrative.
Because of the oil cartels and corrupt government regulation, we and the rest of the world have been forced to use gasoline for over 100 years.
True, we use God knows how much oil and gas for the explosions in this movie, but when Seagal does it, it isn't wrong.
Millions and millions of gallons of oil are now destroying the ocean and the many forms of life it supports.
So get this, in the test screening of this film, this original speech was 11 minutes long.
Really?
But people apparently started walking out because they were so bored, and I'm honestly surprised it took him that long. So he chopped it down to 4 minutes. Don't worry though, it still feels like 11 minutes.
As long as there's profit to be made from the polluting of our earth, companies and individuals will continue to do what they want.
Well, that just makes too much sense from a guy who's friends with a tyrant whose #1 export is oil. This is awful!
I mean, like, what an ignorant piece of crap. I mean, why would you... Like, you clearly do not believe in any of that stuff, so why would you say that? But, we're going to get something with environmentalists. Yeah, people are going to be watching this movie.
But man, everybody's right. It's awful in all the best ways. I'm so glad this was my intro to bad Steven Seagal, and that it's a project he had complete control over. I guess it's the only film he's ever directed, but man, I gots to see more. This is the kind of laugh-out-loud, ego-trip bad that you gotta see to believe. It's absolutely horrendous, but by God, I loved every minute of it. It's spectacularly awful and awfully spectacular. Enough that I think I can return to that game.
Have you achieved satisfaction?
Oh God, yes. Yeah, I don't need to know any more about that.
Let's just keep playing.
Alrighty. I choose Pamela Anderson!
Well, I choose Guy from Speed 2!
Well, I choose Jay Leno.
Wait, that was a thing?
I wish it wasn't.
Like most things with Jay Leno.
Nice try, everyone. But like before, this game is officially over.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Hey, Tom, if you're watching this, shots fired. Wow. So, that was shit. When is Seagal going to end up in one of those Expendables movies? It's just a matter of time. Christ. Why? Oh, that was the stupidest thing. But I got to see more. I got to see more stupidity. Also, he really needs to tackle some Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Because some of them are so silly, and I watched some of them. My goodness gracious. But, yeah. But some of them are good, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, what did you guys think of the movie? And should he have done a month of this year? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And subscribe to get it. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.